because here's a pet sloth, and the sloth just gets his throat slit, takes out generals.
So, Mark, to make a movie, it takes a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So we need to make a smaller scale movie to generate our capital to start Potter World.
Yeah.
What would you think about a low budget movie posing the theory that Sasquatches aren't real? It's been sloths the whole time.
I think so. I mean, they are. It is sloths. There are large sloths. I mean,
Well, just like they're so ferocious when no one's watching, they leave the evidence of a Bigfoot.
Wait, they kill Bigfoots?
No, like the opening scene will discount the like the famous Bigfoot footage as a hoax, and then the evidence will be like, okay, well, if the Bigfoot footage was a hoax, what about all the other evidence, like the damage left? And it's all just sloths when no one's watching them, like packs of them, causing a ruckus, and so Sasquatches aren't real. It's just sloths that are doing all the damage and leaving all the evidence of a Sasquatch.
I think that's perfect. But I don't think sloths would leave anything. I don't think sloths want to be figured out that they're conspiring to blame Bigfoots. I think they're so stealthy that no one knows.
Okay.
Like, I think they caused a 2008 real estate bubble to burst.
That's fantastic.
No one knows. You see The Big Short, they blame other people. They made an entire movie. The Slavs watched that movie and laughed.
At us.
Yeah, because they did it. And the reason being is that housing market boomed, houses stopped being built, which halted deforestation, which kept their habitats, aka their headquarters, from being demolished.
Right.
Long game. Slavs.
Okay. Long Game. That's the name of our sloth movie, The Long Game.
Wait, the Big Short, the little long?
The Little Long.
Oh, brother.
Okay.
All right. Yes. What is your third pick?
My third pick is Curious George.
Oh.
From, like, the version from the Will Ferrell movie, the Will Ferrell animated cartoon movie with the Jack Johnson soundtrack.
Oh, I love that soundtrack.
Oh, it's fantastic. But I just think, like, he would be one of the characters that hadn't snapped, but he's just curious. He sees this bunch of animals go into the garden. He sees Poe and Rabbit, and he sees like a sloth going over there, and he's just like, "What's going on over there? I'll go check it out. I'll go eat some fruit." And so he's like the innocent like every teenage movie has that like innocent nerd that just shows up by mistake.
Yeah.
That's Curious George.
Because you need that. So this is a gang of criminals. So you need to have the fresh face in there so they can dump all the expository dialogue onto the curious person because they're asking questions and they give them answers, hence expository dialogue.
Whose garden is this? Why are we taking the food? All that kind of stuff.
We can get that through the organic entry of Curious George because he's curious.
Yeah, he's just swinging around, and he's in North America because, the man with the yellow hat brought him over.
And then the man in the yellow hat got shot by Poe one day.
Oh.
But Curious George doesn't know that.
This got real dark.
Oh, man. All right, so I feel weird for introducing my next one, and that's Gromit.
Okay.
Because he's a technical genius, right? I mean, he's clay.
Yep.
And he can grow his own vegetables. He grows amazing vegetables. But if he turns evil, imagine the technical engineering he could do to destroy gardens.
Yeah, that could work. I like what you're talking about.
Gromit gone evil.
So I'm going to change my fifth animal.
Uh-oh. Simply
because of the story arc where Poe killed Curious George's man with the yellow hat. Because my fifth choice was originally going to be Daffy Duck because he's so nuts. Like, he's just this angry, but I'm scrapping that. And I'm going to say near the end of the movie where these animals are attacking the garden, Caesar shows up with an iPad, and he shows Curious George a video of Poe killing his dad, or the man with the yellow hat, and Curious George loses it.
And then it becomes, all like a Point Break scenario.
Yeah.
Where, they had become friends.
Yeah. They had gone on this adventure together, and now it all stops.
They have to skydive after each other.
Yeah.
And then he has to stop them from their next big garden heist.
Yeah.
And he teams up with Gary Busey.
He teams up with Gary Busey.
Gary Busey Hound Dog.
I love it. I love that so much. Everything about what we're talking about now. So is that the 10?
No, I got you have one more left, don't you? Because I still got to drop one.
Right. I think we got mixed up because I had Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh, Poe, Curious George. Yeah, no, and then I had Caesar. So I have one more.
Okay, Caesar from the Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Okay, my last one is the Niffler from Fantastic Beasts because it just would steal with reckless abandon. I mean, it doesn't care what you are; it's just gonna steal. It has no conscience. So even when it's a good Niffler, it steals. Imagine when it's a bad Niffler.
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, cool. So, that's my fifth. Who's your fifth?
So I feel bad because I'm doing a lot of primates. I feel bad about that, but originally I had a duck in there, but then Caesar had to be the one to show him the iPad because that's only something Caesar could do, and he could do it in that real slow Planet of the Apes kind of, here's your mission kind of way. He was an inspiring character more than anything. But my fifth one is the monkey from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Whoa.
That tries to poison Indiana Jones with the dates and stuff.
Yeah. And then it gets poisoned itself, right?
Exactly. But he's just an evil monkey.
That's an evil monkey.
He's a henchman monkey. And so he could do a lot of the reconnaissance going in there and making sure the fruit's ripe. And I think he would be a good, smart member of this garden destroying team.
And we could kill him off.
Oh, easily act 1, first death.
He gets killed because he gets to... Wait, no. He gets killed. All right, can I pitch something to you?
Pitch it.
All right, so Curious George gets in with this group. He gets recruited.
I love what's happening right now.
By Caesar, voiced by Gary Busey.
Okay.
Gary Busey, says you got to go undercover. And Curious George is like, sure, I already was because I'm curious.
Right.
But I'm curious to see where this leads, so I'm going to do it. They go in. They find out that he is a cop. They have a gunfight. And this monkey from Raiders gets wiped out first. He's like the buddy in the, Point Break, they have the mask and one guy gets shot and they have to leave him behind because he's shot. That's that monkey. The monkey gets wiped out while we still have to pick our gang. So we have to pick. All right, so Curious George, he joins. So I guess our gang's 5 people, right?
Right.
So then we already have Poe, right?
Yeah, Poe is essential to the story.
Okay, so we have Poe and Monkey. And then, so we need to pick 3 more people to join our gang, because Caesar comes in later, right?
Right.
Caesar's not part of the gang. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to pick 3 between the 6 of the raccoon from Incredibles 2, the Niffler, Sid the Sloth, Gromit, Pascal from Tangled, and Rabbit. Oh.
So I think the raccoon from Incredibles has to be in there.
Okay.
Because he's like Luca Brasi. He's like he's like the right hand muscle.
He doesn't care for power.
No.
He's just he's the one who's on to Curious George. He knows.
Absolutely he knows.
And he's he's the guy from Fast and the Furious that wants to date Nia, but she dates Paul Walker instead.
Oh,
even though he senses that he's a cop, and he's right.
Yeah, no, he's the smartest guy of the whole crew.
All right, so we have Monkey from Raiders, Poe from Kung Fu Panda, and the raccoon from Incredibles 2. Who else should we toss in it? I can't see Sid the Sloth gone evil. I can't do it.
No, the only way that Sid can make the team is if he's unaware of what's going on. He's just blissfully there.
Yeah. Now,
so
we have a leader.
I think Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rabbit from. If we have a leader, we don't need Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh.
Because Poe's the leader, right?
Poe's the godfather of this operation.
All right, so we have Monkey, who's kind of the crazy one who gets shot. Then we have Raccoon, who's the sidekick, the right hand man. Then we have Poe. So right and the left, we have Niffler, Gromit, and Pascal left.
So I think Niffler needs to be there because he's the guy who gets stuff. Like he's the hands and feet of this operation.
He's like and he doesn't have a conscience about any of it. Like when they're robbing and surfing, there's a surfing scene. He's just happy. He's totally
surfing scene
with custom sized surfboards. They're all totally. He's fine with whatever goes on. He doesn't even care that they go back for one last robbery.
No, it's all life is one big robbery to him.
Yeah, so he's like, I don't care if we're going for too much. Let's do it. We got one big hit left. All right, so now we got Gromit or Pascal. Now Gromit, we have a leader, right? Like, we're gonna Pascal. I got to see Pascal because he can. We already have our main characters, right? So Pascal's more of, you know what I mean?
He's doing interesting things in the background.
Yeah, Gromit's because we don't really have a technical guy, which could be Gromit. Just imagine Gromit with like an eye patch, smoking a cigarette, and coming up with he's the driver.
I see that, but I also see Pascal as being like in the scenes where, Poe was revealing that he killed the man in the yellow hat, and he's talking to the raccoon to keep his eyes out. They don't know Pascal's there, and then you see him change color, kind of like a predator.
Yeah.
At the end of the scene, I see that adding some interest to what's going. And the whole time you're like, is Pascal for us or like against us, or like, is he a spy for Gary Busey's Caesar, or like what's going on? And then at the end, it turns out Pascal is the evilest of them all.
He's the Kaiser Sose.
He's the Kaiser Sose.
There's always the one that they get wrong about being the spy, and they think that's Pascal. Also, I want to see Pascal I want to see him with like a mini blowtorch.
Okay, I'm down with this.
Like for his hands, it's totally normal. So custom,
it's 2-scale blowtorch.
Yeah. I want to see him work that and like cut a little hole in the side of the rock that no one can really see because then he'll plug it in so he can get in and out of gardens.
Absolutely.
Wow. And then this ends with just another surfing, the exact same ending in Point Break because it's perfect.
Right. Yeah. No, it's just Point Break for animals. We'll call it Breaking Point because post snaps.
Oh man, I love it. We just can't. We've come up with 3 different movies.
No, it's the Double H, the Hoffmeyer-Hodgins trilogy.
The pottery,
the pottery,
the pottery, the thieving, and then the Slavs.
Yeah, it's happening, man. This is it. This is where it all starts.
And we also brought up about 8 different movies we want to see. So we ended up, we got to, all right, I'm going to certify mail this to myself.
Absolutely. Also, change the subject. You had mentioned online that you're looking for the best Kurt Russell movie for your 200th episode.
Oh, we're breakdowning it.
Are you breakdowning it?
Well, you and I are just going to do it. For our 200th, We're thinking we're going to do Soldier, but you and I got it. We'll do Breakdown.
Breakdown, I think, is his best acting. Not his best movie, but his best acting.
All right, so don't kill me. I watched this when I was young, right? A young, impetuous 14-year-old who was...
And I would say I watched it then, too, and that was a time when movies weren't even good or bad. They were just movies. You're just happy to be watching a movie.
But but when you watched it, I just thought I didn't get that it was a tense thriller that was subtle.
Yes.
And like I didn't get that. I just thought it was kind of boring.
Well, I also wasn't married at the time.
Yeah, you're right. So I just wasn't, I really appreciated cinema at the time, but for some reason it just didn't click with me. So I'm very excited to watch it again because I told Megan you're going to like Megan because of this.
Oh yeah. I already like Megan. She's my best friend.
I told Megan, I don't know if I like Breakdown. She's like, what? So I was like, I need to watch Breakdown again. So you and I got to do Breakdown, but we have to do Constantine, and then we have the movie you told me about,
Night Riders,
and then we could do Breakdown or whatever. I still want to do Goon.
Yeah, we got to get Goon at some point in time.
We got to do Faster.
Are you a hockey fan?
I will. It really peaked in '93 when I played NHLPA '93 a lot, and also I'm a big Tampa Bay Lightning fan, and they've had some good runs. Okay. So when Martin St. Louis, Vinny LeCavier.
Should we do Goon on the night of the Stanley Cup Championships?
When is that?
I don't know.
Let's do that. And you and I have to
figure
put
that out.